Welcome to the Maryland SoccerPlex and the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships live on the TSG Network. I'm Matt Digby welcoming you to this U16 boys Pool A match between Dix Hills Elite from Dix Hills, New York, and Santa Barbara Soccer Club White from Santa Barbara, California. The 2014 Youth Soccer National Championships are presented by the National Guard, the official armed forces branch of U.S. Youth Soccer and presenting sponsor of the National Championships. By Nike, the official supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer. By Capri Sun, the official ready-to-drink juice of U.S. Youth Soccer. Turbo Sports Group is the official video streaming production company of the National Championships. Don't forget you could order and purchase any broadcast from this year's event by logging on to turbosportsgroup.com. By Happy Family, the official on-the-go superfood of U.S. Youth Soccer. By Kohl's, the official department store. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Nestle Nesquik, the official post-game drink. Skills, the official player performance training sponsor. By Sports Authority, the official sporting goods retailer of U.S. Youth Soccer. By Wilson Trophy Company, the official awards, medals, and pin supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer. And the NSCAA is a proud partner of U.S. Youth Soccer, which is the official grassroots partner of MLS. Field 9 here at the Maryland SoccerPlex in Germantown, Maryland. Dix Hills in black to kick off. James Contino gets us underway here in Field 9, the final match in round-robin play. And Santa Barbara in white will take a goal kick, taken by Edward Delgado. Dix Hills Elite comes into this match with 4 points. Their first game on Tuesday, they drew 1-1 with Chicago Magic Pre-Academy. And yesterday, they defeated Sunrise Elite 97-98 by a score of 1-0. Pass back to Dix Hills goalkeeper Tyler Spellman. Santa Barbara White comes into this match with 6 points. They beat Sunrise Elite 2-0 on Tuesday and Chicago Magic Pre-Academy 4-2 on Wednesday. Cleared out by Joseph DeStefano towards Matthew Flax. Noah Waxner. Kaczynski and Flax turning the ball over. Brandon Sanchez getting a touch. And Delgado called out of the box to clear. Taking a look at the standings, Santa Barbara White have 6 points from 2 matches after their 2 wins. They are guaranteed a spot in Saturday's semifinals of the U16 boys bracket. Dix Hills currently is second with 4 points after 1 win and 1 draw. As a cross into the box, a header, not enough power, but right at Delgado, and a promising start for Dix Hills Elite. In third place, Chicago Magic Pre-Academy have 1 point after a loss and a tie. And Sunrise Elite 97 have no points after 2 losses. So as it stands right now, Santa Barbara White are guaranteed a spot in the semifinals. If they avoid defeat here, they are guaranteed to be group winners. If Dix Hills Elite avoids defeat, they will advance to the semifinals. As a through ball intended for Santa Barbara attacker, collected by Spellman. To continue my thought, if Dix Hills avoids defeat tonight, or this morning I should say, they are automatically through to the semifinals. Also, if Chicago Magic fail to beat Sunrise Elite 97-98, Dix Hills are through regardless of this result. The club from New York can actually finish first in their group if they are to win here over Santa Barbara White. As there's Dennis Cole, one of the leading scorers for SBSC, 2 goals, tied for the team lead with Sahid Conte, who is also in the SB starting 11. Dix Hills have been led by 1 goal each from Joseph Tristano and James Contino. Kelvin Uribe plays back to Delgado. A lot cooler than it was yesterday. Yesterday we did go into the triple-digit category as far as temperature went. Of the 4 games, 3 of them had water breaks in the middle of each half. But right now we are in the 70s, very cloudy, strong chance of rain, although we haven't really seen any yet this morning. But I don't think we'll be needing a water break, at least in this match. Very comfortable weather, much more so than yesterday. Dix Hills wins an attacking throw-in. Here's Anthony Ndoyen as DAG wins another throw-in. This will be taken by Brian Flynn to Spencer Manis. Cross into the box. Taylor Kaczynski had an opportunity to keep the ball in, and his appeal to the referee works. Dix Hills gets a goal kick. Delgado not happy with the call. He is quickly consoled by Captain Timothy Hyduke. Five minutes gone in this opening half. Corner into the box. DeStefano got a header on it. Falls harmlessly wide, and a goal kick to SBSC White. This is U16 boys, so the halves are 40-minute each. This is in Pool A, coming up at 10 a.m. Eastern. A Pool B matchup between Houstonians, FC Red, and Baltimore Celtic. And coming up later this afternoon, a pair of U17 boys matches. Those will both be 45-minute halves right here on the TSG Network from Field 9 at the Maryland SoccerPlex. Brandon Sanchez. One touch from Conte, finding Dennis Cole. Tries a right-footed shot. And Tyler Spellman called into action with the first save of the game for him in the 7th minute. As Dennis Cole very nearly added the 3rd goal at these national championships. Corner to Santa Barbara. On the right foot. Headed out by Dix Hills. Only as far as Peter Cargbo. Now cross back into the box. That was Hyduke unable to keep his balance. Lost his footing a bit. It did rain overnight. Quite heavily. First bit of precipitation we've seen here since the championships began in Germantown. We're about 20 miles northwest of Washington, D.C., not too far from the Shady Grove area. Shady Grove, of course, one of the termini stations on the Washington Metro line. Matthew Flax to take the throw-in. Actually, now it will be Noah Waxner after some deliberation. The other match in this pool, Chicago Magic Pre-Academy taking on Sunrise Elite, going on simultaneously. We would do our best to bring you live scores on that, because as mentioned earlier, depending on the results, if Chicago Magic win and Dix Hills loses here, and depending on the goal margins, that will determine who would finish second in Pool A and advance to the semifinals on Saturday. As it stands right now, if this scoreless scoreline holds, Dix Hills Elite would get to 5 points, and guarantee themselves second spot in Pool A, regardless of the Chicago Magic result. But 8 minutes played, 72 to go. And a free kick awarded to DHE. So again, those of you just joining us, welcome. A very good morning from the Maryland SoccerPlex in Germantown, just a couple miles northwest of D.C. Just after 8 a.m. here on the East Coast, which would mean 5 a.m. back in Santa Barbara, SC. Those of you watching out in California, up this early, you're not alone. That's the time I got up to arrive here at the complex. Again, the scenarios. Santa Barbara are already guaranteed a spot in the semifinals. How they finish in Pool A and who they will play in the semifinals will be determined by the end of this match, and by the end of the later match, they will find out their opponent. While Dix Hills Elite, avoiding defeat will do. They could also lose here, and if Chicago Magic Pre-Academy fail to win their match, Dix Hills Elite would be through anyway. A lot that can happen here in the remaining 70 minutes of action that we have planned here on this early Thursday morning in Germantown. Spellman. Cargbo out on the wing. This will be defended by Brian Flynn. And intervening as well is Casey Barone, the center back. Manis. Out to Taylor Kaczynski. One-on-one with Uribe. In the middle to Christopher McAuliffe. Push from behind by Uribe. No foul called. Play continues. DiStefano. Devin Smith. Kaczynski tried a one-touch pass intended for McAuliffe. Too strong for the right winger to catch up to. And a throw-in upcoming for Dix Hills Elite. Down the left wing, this is Kaczynski. One-on-one with Uribe, who is able to clear as far as Noah Waxner. Cole lost the ball from behind to Waxner, but Santa Barbara earns a throw-in. Both coaches very vocal so far in the opening 11 minutes and change. Dominic Casciato from Dix Hills Elite and Raul Ibarra from Santa Barbara SC White. Opportunity fell for Juan Alvarez, had a missed kick. Rolls right through to Tyler Spellman. Flynn almost continued this run, turns it over to Santa Barbara. Cole. Intended for Conte, who got a touch to it. Fell too strong, a pass back to Spellman. Headed on by Anthony Ndoyen. And contact results in a Santa Barbara free kick in the 13th minute. So opportunity for Santa Barbara, who have come the closest to opening the scoring here this morning. A Dennis Cole effort from about 22 yards out, saved by Tyler Spellman at the corner of the 6-yard box. it would have been goal bound had Spellman not intervened. Sanchez. Alvarez sends it forward. And Doyen. Sanchez on the edge of the box. Casey Barone, the center back, standing firm in defense. Cole. Receiving the touch again. Now in the box with Conte waiting in the middle. Cole's pass reaches Conte. And again, this time Noah Waxner providing the defense for Dix Hills Elite. Sanchez will allow Santa Barbara to reset. Cargbo. This is Flax to Smith. McAuliffe unable to control. Throw in awarded to Santa Barbara. This is the Santa Barbara captain, Timothy Hyduke. Has 1 goal in these championships. Dennis Cole and Sahid Conte have 2 each. Hyduke and Shea Blackman have 1 each. 6 goals for Santa Barbara, 2 allowed. Dix Hills Elite, meanwhile, has 2 goals, 1 each from Joseph Tristano and James Contino, and 1 goal allowed. And again, Chicago Magic Pre-Academy has 1 point. They come into this morning with a goal difference of -2, so not only will Chicago Magic Pre-Academy have to win and hope that Dix Hills loses today, they would also need to make up that goal difference. A margin of 3, not the most difficult task in the world. But if Dix Hills is able to hold on for a draw, it wouldn't matter by how much Chicago Magic wins. Dix Hills Elite would then go to 5 points and be the second place team from Pool A. Capri Sun is the official ready-to-drink juice of US Youth Soccer. And Turbo Sports Group is the official video streaming production company of the National Championships. You can order and purchase any broadcast from this year's event by logging on to turbosportsgroup.com. And also this production brought to you by Happy Family, the official on-the-go superfood of US Youth Soccer. Hyduke. Uribe. Santa Barbara slowing down possession. Sanchez. Back to Delgado. Cole unable to control that header. Looked very promising for Santa Barbara and would have led to a real opportunity had Cole been able to keep the ball in play. Instead, Noah Waxner will take the throw in. Here's a look at the captain and starting center back for Dix Hills Elite, Joseph DeStefano. Here's Dennis Cole getting in behind Waxner, cross into the box. Collected at the edge of the 6 yards by Tyler Spellman. No substitutions yet, now in the 18th minute of play. Again, a very cool, cloudy morning. It rained overnight, but so far it has been dry. in the 70s. We were actually not supposed to get above 80 if we even get into 80s today. A very pleasant change from yesterday, which went into triple digits. Opportunity spurned for Santa Barbara as Dominic Casciato sending his outfield player subs to do some warm-ups. His reserve goalkeepers Joseph Tristano and Justin Hassenfeld, both currently on the bench. Brian Flynn winning a free kick for Dix Hills Elite. Taking quickly to Spencer Manis. McAuliffe. Cross intended for James Contino. Got away from Contino, but also Delgado, who watches the ball slide across the face of goal and out for a goal kick. So a promising cross from McAuliffe. Nobody able to get the decisive touch. We play on into the 20th minute. No score between either side, and as it stands right now, Santa Barbara would advance as the group winners with 7 points. Dix Hills Elite would advance as the second place team with 5. Again, that's if this scoreline holds. Duke to deliver this free kick. Actually, it's Uribe. Back to Sharat Pungrad, center back number 23. Goes by the nickname Lucky. And Doyen. Finding Sanchez. Now out on the wing, Dennis Cole. Getting around Waxner in the box. Crosses in, punched out by Spellman. Just now clearing the 18-yard box and fouled from behind. Brian Flynn not happy with the call, but Santa Barbara are given the free kick from about 19 yards out in the 21st minute. Two players standing over this. It will either be Juan Alvarez or Brandon Sanchez. Now in the 22nd minute, still to see a substitution yet in this match. Again, 40-minute halves in U16 play, so we are over halfway through this opening half. It's Alvarez. Drives it low and wide right. That's the second real opportunity for Santa Barbara this first half. Dennis Cole denied by Tyler Spellman inside the first 10 minutes. And Spellman takes the goal kick short to Flynn. Cross intended for Cole, just too strong. Collected by Spellman. Here's Waxner. Now let's take a look at that replay. Here's the Alvarez free kick in the 22nd minute. You see the dummy from Brandon Sanchez driven low past the 5-man wall. Spellman looked like he may have had that covered had the shot been on target, but it was rolling away from goal. Hajduk. Pungrad. Uribe. Saeed Conte almost got tangled up with his own teammate Dennis Cole. Joseph DiStefano also intervening. And Dick Sales Elite have earned a goal kick in the 24th minute. No substitutions yet for either side. Again, if there is a limit in youth soccer, it is more than 3. Cole. Cargbo. And a free kick awarded again to Santa Barbara. McAuliffe called for the foul. Very clean game so far. No cards. Haven't seen that many cards here in the 8 games yesterday and on Tuesday here at the National Championships. This is game 9 here at Field 9. Crossing the box, headed out only as far as the midfielder. Spellman had to make a save on a shot taken right at the keeper. It was Sanchez who had the opportunity on goal. Santa Barbara's cross, headed out by DiStefano, and eventually cleared by Spencer Manis. That's now 3 opportunities in the opening 25 minutes for Santa Barbara. And Dix Hills Elite letting their defenders stand firm. If Dominic Casciato's strategy pregame was to park the bus and earn a draw, his defenders are doing just that. And a draw will do for Dix Hills Elite. They would advance. Chicago Magic Pre-Academy would be eliminated from advancing to the semifinals regardless of their outcome. Again, Dix Hills Elite right now with 4 points. Chicago Magic Pre-Academy with 1. We will get you a score from the Chicago Sunrise match as soon as we can. Kaczynski to Smith. Intercepted by Sanchez. And in the 27th minute, Cacciato will make the first substitution for Dix Hills Elite. He will bring on number 4, Michael Sclafani, in for number 21, Matthew Flax. So one of the starting center midfielders will have a seat on the bench. There's Sclafani. You see him wearing the head mask very similar to Petr Cech of Chelsea. Also the Romanian center back Cristian Chivu, a former UEFA Champions League winner with Inter Milan. He also wears one of those head protectors. Pungrad. Back to Hajduk. Uribe. Out on the wing. That's Giovanni Acosta. Earning a throw-in for Santa Barbara. SBSC with the majority of possession in their respective attacking half. Dix Hills have had opportunities of their own, but haven't seriously tested Delgado in the way that Santa Barbara has done to Spellman. But so far, Spellman has stood up to the task, keeping the score level. Chip pass on the wing. Acosta will keep it in play. Actually, he does not. Out for a goal kick. Anthony Ndoyen. And an ambitious effort from Sahid Conte. Always rising over the crossbar. And Spellman will take the ensuing goal kick. So this is game 1 of 4 scheduled for this Thursday, July 24th. Coming up at 10 a.m. Eastern, a U16 boys matchup in Pool B. Houstonians FC Red taking on Baltimore Celtic. Then at noon Eastern, U17 boys action between FC Dallas Youth Premier and Fullerton Rangers White. And the final group play match here at Field 9. It would be in the U17 boys division, Manhattan PSG taking on FC Golden State White. That game will start at 2 p.m. Eastern here on the TSG Network. There's Brian Flynn. Acosta. Now Hajduk on the wing to Uribe. Alvarez. Back to Hajduk. Running forward is Sanchez trying to find Dennis Cole. Headed out by DiStefano only as far as charging Pungrad. Miss kicks the shot but falls right to Cole in the box. One-on-one with Waxner. And a sliding tackle from Captain Joseph DiStefano. You see he collided somewhat with Noah Waxner, who is in a bit of discomfort. But Waxner is on his feet, able to continue. And we'll reset in the 31st minute for this SPSC goal kick. It's Alvarez. Headed out by DiStefano only as far as Sanchez at the semicircle. McAuliffe back to Sanchez. Into the box, falls harmlessly to Tyler Spellman. The 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships are brought to you by Happy Family, the official on-the-go superfood of U.S. Youth Soccer. Kohl's, the official department store of U.S. Youth Soccer. And by Liberty Mutual Insurance. There's a through ball there. Santa Barbara continuing to put pressure on Tyler Spellman's goal. McAuliffe. This is Flynn who's onside. Cross intended for Kaczynski. Falls to Sclafani. Cleared out by Hajduk. So Santa Barbara, knowing that even though a draw will guarantee them first place, they're looking for a perfect group record in all 3 points. Much in the same way that Germany came into their game against the USA in World Cup group play last month. Of course, Germany would only get to 7 points because of their tie with Ghana. Here, Santa Barbara have a chance for 9 points in 3 wins from 3 matches. This is Michael Sclafani. Live here in Germantown, Maryland, just a couple of miles northwest of Washington, D.C. This is the Maryland SoccerPlex Field 9. Matt Digby here bringing you Dix Hills Elite and Santa Barbara SC White. As Santa Barbara making their first substitution of the game. Number 12, Jules Pasco, in for number 14, Anthony Ndoyen. This will be a 34th minute substitution, and Casciato will bring on 2 players of his own before calling them back. Nicholas Elkins and Philip Baresi are the players Casciato giving instruction to right now, as Waxler still holding his stomach after that collision with DiStefano. As Waxler is now off the field, and Nicholas Elkins has officially entered as a substitute. Christopher McAuliffe has moved back into a defensive role, replacing Waxler at the left back position. And Philip Baresi waits to enter inside the final 6 minutes of the first half. Again, U16 plays 40-minute halves. Next year, when they're in the U17 bracket, they will play 45. A missed kick attempt at a clearance. Conte will let the ball roll out of bounds for a Santa Barbara corner. "35th minute. Ball nearly found the newly brought on substitute Jules Pascoe, who was actually last to make contact with the ball. And here we will see the debut in the match of Philip Baresi. He replaces Taylor Kaczynski, the starting left wing. Actually, it was a mix-up. Kaczynski will stay on the pitch. James Contino, the starting center forward, is out in place of Baresi. As right now, Waxler being tended to by the athletic trainer on the bench. Free kick awarded to Dix Hills Elite. Here's Elkins. Tried an ambitious left foot shot. Deflected from point blank range by Hajduk. Dix Hills will have an attacking throw in. Long throw gets into the box. Headed out back to Manis. Flynn. Sclafani. That's the first attacking possession Dix Hills have had in quite a while in this first half, as they've been on the back foot defensively. Santa Barbara going for all 3 points, even though they know they're guaranteed a spot in Saturday's semifinals. And a draw here would mean they top the group. As long as they avoid defeat, Dix Hills would actually take over first place in Pool A with a win here. 38th minute now. Here's Sharat Pungrad. Headed on by Acosta. Cleared out by Dix again. There's the Dix Hills captain, Joseph DiStefano, who's been very busy at the center back slot. Right now, the Dix Hills defenders and goalkeeper Spellman haven't allowed Santa Barbara to score yet. Dennis Cole cuts back into the middle of the field. Conte unable to control that. Through Barone, falls right to Spellman. Devin Smith. Elkins back to Manis. Manis one-on-one with Alvarez. Gets across into the box, unable to keep it in bounds. And a Santa Barbara goal kick. Edward Delgado, who has been less than half as busy in this first half as Spellman. He will take this goal kick as we approach the final minute of first half regulation time, awaiting word from the fourth official on any injury time. Hajduk to take the attacking throw in. There's Sahid Conte, who along with Dennis Cole has 2 goals to lead Santa Barbara in scoring here at these national championships. Kaczynski, a couple of one-touch passes with Elkins. Now Smith. Brian Flynn as Dix Hill's starting to build some offensive momentum at the tail end of the first half. Pasco. Uribe. Reminder that while accurate, our clock is unofficial. Only the referee in the middle of the pitch has the official timekeeping. But we are in the first minute of stoppage time. Cross intended for Elkins. Delgado came out but is forced to retreat back. Elkins crosses into the box. Now Kaczynski. Elkins in space, drives a left-footed shot. Always headed to the right of the far post. But good attacking from Dix Hill's elite. Nearly results in the opening goal, and that will take us to halftime. So Santa Barbara nearly took the lead inside 10 minutes with a Dennis Cole effort saved from Tyler Spellman, and Dix Hill's right now playing defense for most of the first half, but they were able to build an opportunity themselves. But as it stands right now, if this scoreline holds, Dix Hills would be in automatically to the pool semifinals of the U16 boys division tournament. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, a recap of the first half highlights and the second half here at the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. Your halftime score, Dix Hills Elite 0, Santa Barbara White 0. And welcome back to Germantown, Maryland, and the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships presented by the National Guard. Matt Digby here to bring you the second half of this U16 boys matchup between Dix Hills Elite and Santa Barbara White. The National Guard is the official Armed Forces branch of U.S. Youth Soccer and the presenting sponsor of the National Championships. Nike is the official supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer. Capri Sun, the official ready-to-drink juice of U.S. Youth Soccer. Turbo Sports is the official video streaming production company of the National Championships. You can order and purchase any broadcast from this year's event by logging on to turbosportsgroup.com. By Happy Family, the official on-the-store, on-the-go superfood of U.S. Youth Soccer. Kohl's is the official department store of U.S. Youth Soccer. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Nestle Nesquik, the official post-game drink. By Skills, the official player performance training sponsor. By Sports Authority, the official sporting goods retailer. Wilson Trophy Company is the official awards, medals, and pin supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer. And the NSCAA is a proud sponsor of U.S. Youth Soccer, which is an official grassroots partner of MLS. No score after 40 minutes of play between Dix Hills Elite and Santa Barbara White, but we do have a score in the other Pool A match going on simultaneously. As we learned, Chicago Magic Pre-Academy has a 2-0 lead on Sunrise Elite 97-98. So the live standings, as it stands now, if the two score lines hold, 0-0 here and 2-0 at the other field you see in the background. If the results hold, Santa Barbara SC would top the group with 7 points. Dix Hills Elite would be second with 5. Chicago Magic Pre-Academy would finish third with 4 points. And Sunrise Elite would finish with none. So Dix Hills right now, as it stands, they are in position to clinch a spot in Saturday's semifinals. But with Magic scoring 2 goals in the first half to take a 2-0 lead, they're up to an even goal difference of 5 goals scored and 5 goals conceded. Dix Hills Elite have only 2 goals scored and 1 conceded. So if Magic leads 2-0, if they hold on to that margin to win 2-0, and if Dix Hills were to lose 1-0 at least, then by virtue of the tiebreaker, Magic Pre-Academy would make it through to the semifinals. As Dix Hills only has 2 goals scored, Magic Pre-Academy would have 5. Santa Barbara in white, Dix Hills in black. We are underway for the second half, and a halftime substitution for DHE made by head coach Dominic Casciato. Joseph Tristano is in for the second half of this match. It was actually on Tuesday against the Magic that Tristano scored the equalizer in stoppage time to deny Chicago 3 points. As DHE, who was on the back foot a lot in the first half, Dennis Cole came the closest to scoring with a shot saved from 18 yards out by Spellman. So as it stands now, Dix Hills Elite still in control of their destiny. A draw will do regardless of Magic's result against Sunrise Elite. Tristano clears. Francisco Arroyo Back to Delgado. Struggled to clear. Finding Sanchez. Now Hajduk. "40-minute halves here in U16 boys play. Now an opportunity presenting itself for Santa Barbara. Sanchez. Good block from the Dix Hills defense. This is Philip Baresi trying to thread a ball for Nicholas Elkins. Lost out possession. Sharap Pungrad goes by the nickname Lucky. Finding Dennis Cole. One-on-one with Noah Waxner, who deflects the ball out of bounds for a Santa Barbara throw-in. Again, a very good morning to you from the Maryland SoccerPlex in Germantown, about 20-some miles northwest of Washington, D.C. Matt Digby here, bringing you U16 Boys Pool A action. Dix Hills Elite from Dix Hills, New York, and Santa Barbara SC White from Santa Barbara, California. As a cross goes over the woodwork, Tristano to take the ensuing goal kick. Very pleasant 70-degree weather. As I mentioned in the first half, we did get to endure triple digits yesterday, but there were a couple showers overnight. No showers so far this morning, but it's been cloudy. Very comfortable weather. As an off-target shot from Brandon Sanchez, always going wide right. Tristano will let that settle. As Santa Barbara, a draw as it stands right now, ensures they would top Pool A. But just like Germany did against the United States last month in World Cup pool play, Santa Barbara is going for all 3 points here. James Contino. His cross will be collected eventually by Delgado. So as it stands now, Magic Pre-Academy from Chicago would get to 4 points. But if Dix Hills Elite maintained this draw, they would get to 5 points and earn that second spot in the semifinals. As Taylor Kaczynski is going to replace Philip Baresi in the 45th minute. Kaczynski started the game at left wing, then was replaced by Baresi. Number 17 coming onto your screen there. Throw in for Santa Barbara. And Joseph DiStefano coming up from the center back spot, running into huge contact, and the referee is calling DiStefano forward. This might be a booking. It was a very hard challenge on Kelvin Uribe. Went down to the ground, now getting to his knees. Right now, a consultation with the two captains, DiStefano and Hajduk. And the referee continuing to call DiStefano over. Are we going to see a yellow card? Looks like that is the final warning. Hajduk thinks there should have been further discipline taken. So no bookings yet, now in the 46th minute of the match. This is Arroyo. Pungrad. Hajduk. Pungrad. Jules Pasco came on in the dying moments of the first half. Nearly turned it over to Nicholas Elkins. Heydrich with the critical intervention there to keep possession with Santa Barbara. Long ball down the left wing for Pasco. He will reach it. Got tangled up with Casey Barone. And Dix Hills have won a goal kick in the 47th minute. Again, a reminder, this is game 1 of 4 scheduled for this Thursday here at the Maryland SoccerPlex Field 9. We hope you join us at 10 a.m. Eastern for the U16 Boys Pool B matchup between Houstonians FC Red and Baltimore Celtic. Again, that game starts at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then our 2 afternoon games will both be from the U17 Boys Tournament. FC Dallas Youth Premier taking on Fullerton Rangers White at noon Eastern. That will be followed by the match at 2 p.m. Eastern, Manhattan SC PSG and FC Golden State White. Sahid Kante, who's been very quiet throughout this match. He and Dennis Cole are co-leaders for Santa Barbara in goals scored with 2 each. Cole had an effort inside the first 10 minutes saved on a diving grab from Tyler Spellman. Acosta to Cargbo. Cole lost the ball to Noah Waxner. Cleared by DiStefano. Waxner back in the game after being substituted out after a collision with Captain DiStefano on a clearance back in the first half. He was checked out by the athletic trainer on site and was deemed fit enough to continue in the second half. DiStefano will let the ball fall to Joseph Tristano. Again, he was the hero for Dix Hills Elite on Tuesday when they drew 1-1 with Chicago Magic Pre-Academy. Tristano scoring late in second half stoppage time to salvage a point for Dix Hills Elite. They will go on to win their second group game, while Magic lost 4-2 to Santa Barbara. Is that the moment that will determine the fate of those two clubs at these U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships? Pasco. Elkins losing out to Arroyo. Sanchez. Inside to Cole. Getting space. Shot past Tristano. Goes wide left. The ball was threaded through to Dennis Cole. His second very dangerous opportunity of the match. And will Santa Barbara SC come to rue that missed opportunity? Tristano did not dive for it, as Waxner at first glance may have gotten the deflection, but apparently did not, because the referee awarded Dix Hills a goal kick. Waxner. Manis back to Barone. Contino. Manis looking for the left wing. Kaczynski cleared out by Kelvin Uribe. Dix Hills will reset with a throw-in. 52nd minute now here in Germantown. Sharap Pungrad clears in the 52nd minute here at the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships, presented by the National Guard. Throw in. Elkins finding Kaczynski, cleared out by Timothy Heiduck. Another attacking throw in for Dix Hills. The National Guard is the official armed forces branch of U.S. Youth Soccer and a presenting sponsor of these national championships. As an attacking throw-in, headed out and sent forward by Santa Barbara. Nestle Nesquik is the official post-game drink of U.S. Youth Soccer, and Nike is the official supplier. And the first yellow card of the game comes in the 53rd minute. To Sahid Conte. And Dix Hills will have a set piece now with nearly an hour played and a little over 20 minutes to go here in regulation time. Spencer Manis. Cross into the box. Over the outstretched right arm of Edward Delgado. Have Dix Hills earned a corner? They have. Last touch by Peter Cargbo, and Spencer Manis will take the corner kick. So Dix Hills an opportunity after being on the back foot for much of this match. They can potentially solidify a spot in the semifinals. Manis. Header falls right to the Stefano! Denied by the crossbar! Is that the moment that Dix Hills Elite will come to rue for a long time? Let's take a look at the replay. Manis delivers the corner kick. Headed down by Cargbo, fell right to the Stefano. He leaned back. Ball's always going to rise when you lean back. Denied off the top of the crossbar. And Santa Barbara, after having the offensive advantages for much of the game, very nearly found themselves behind. Now Noah Waxner has won the ball. Kaczynski. Good tackle from Sanchez. Hajduk clears. Barone. Uribe beats Kaczynski to the ball. An attacking throw-in for Dix Hills, and we will see a substitution. Matthew Flax, who started the game at central midfield, will return now in the 56th minute. Here's Smith. Unable to control the ball, out for a goal kick. And we will now see the substitution. Flax will come on for Michael Sclafani. So Dominic Casciato keeping his players active and refreshed as possible. Not a whole lot of substitutions from Raul Ibarra and the Santa Barbara bench. But we remain scoreless now in the 53rd minute. Jules Pasco unable to control. Flynn. There's Devin Smith. Long throwing down the right wing from Flynn. Over the head of both Elkins and Pungrad. Goes out for a Santa Barbara corner kick. Again, I was told at halftime that Chicago Magic pre-academy leads Sunrise Elite by a score of 2-0. So as of right now, Magic, if that score holds, would move up to 4 points. But if this score line holds, Dix Hills Elite would have 5. And the club from New York would move on to the semifinals. But here's Brandon Sanchez. Swing and missed. Possession given right back to Santa Barbara. Pasco. Cole. Cargbo. Arroyo. Pasco again. Cleared out by Brian Flynn. Just over 20 minutes to play here in regulation time, and Casciato will go to the bench again in the very near future. And Christopher McAuliffe will come on shortly. As Sanchez's shot deflected by Manis falls right to Hajduk. Or excuse me, that was Peter Cargbo. And McAuliffe will come on to replace Nicholas Elkins. Dix Hills Elite finding more of an offensive identity in this first half after being on the back foot in the opening 40 minutes. Whether you call it Santa Barbara just the hungrier of the teams or Dix Hills parking the bus, whatever strategy you want to call it, it worked for Dix Hills in the first half. It's been working for them as we approach the midway point of the second half. Pasco. Cross over Acosta, bounces once in front of Tristano. Barone. Back heel pass finds Noah Waxner. One-on-one with Cole. Last touch by Waxner. Santa Barbara will have a throw-in. And another substitution from Raul Ibarra. For the first time today, we see number 11, Benjamin Garcia, coming on for Jules Pasco. Long throw from Uribe. Under 20 minutes to play here in regulation time. There will be stoppage time, but no extra time should we remain 0-0. Here's an attacking throw-in for Taylor Kaczynski. Contino. Garcia, his first touch of the ball. One-touch pass. Finding Garcia again, and here's Francisco Arroyo coming back from left back spot. Barone stops Arroyo, but not Garcia. Finding Acosta. One-touch pass from Conte. Cleared out back to Arroyo. Garcia Now Acosta on the edge of the box. Arroyo. Unable to keep the ball in play. It was going out of bounds. Tristano would have collected the pass anyway. As Casey Barone digging out some dirt from his cleats again. The ground has been wet this morning. It did rain last night. Has not rained since the sun came up. And I should say the sun coming up is relative because it's been cloudy all morning long. Since it's been light is more accurate. Here's Barone. DeStefano gives the ball away as Santa Barbara will have an attacking throw-in. 63rd minute. Santa Barbara again already clinched a semifinal slot from Pool A. Avoid defeat here, they will top the group. Dix Hills right now controls its own destiny. They avoid defeat, they will advance to the Final Four as well. If they get a win here, they would actually top the group ahead of Santa Barbara, 7 points to 6. Garcia. Deflected out by Devin Smith right in front of the Santa Barbara bench. Sanchez. Cole got a touch, but off the very end of his foot, off the toe, and Tristano will gladly accept the goal kick ruling from the referee. The 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships are brought to you by the following sponsors. By Skills, the official player performance training sponsor of U.S. Youth Soccer. And by the official sporting goods retailer, Sports Authority. Flax. Contino. Intended pass deflected by Hajduk. Out of bounds for a Dix Hills throw-in. Again, coming up at the top of the hour, 10 a.m. Eastern, Houstonians FC Red and Baltimore Celtic. That's a Pool B matchup in the U16 bracket. Baltimore Celtic has already clinched a spot in Saturday's semifinals, so they will be playing either Santa Barbara or potentially Dix Hills, or maybe even Chicago Magic Pre-Academy, depending on how this match finishes out. This is Benjamin Garcia in the box to Conte, sliding it through, shot save, Conte with the follow-up, flag was up. It was Giovanni Acosta who was denied by Joseph Tristano. Conte was looking to find the follow-up, shot it over the crossbar, but the linesman's flag was up anyway. It would not have counted. Cargbo shielding off McAuliffe. Acosta. McAuliffe dangerously deep inside Dix Hills defending territory. Arroyo to take this throw in. Finding Garcia. Through ball intended from Conte. And the flag was up again for another offside infraction. 66th minute now. Dix Hills a lead if they can hold on again to this scoreless scoreline. They are less than a quarter of an hour away from the semifinals. Again, if they can avoid defeat, it won't matter how much Chicago Magic Pre-Academy wins their group game. Dix Hills Elite would have more points. And a yellow card issued to Brian Flynn in the 67th minute. That's the second booking of the morning. And an attacking free kick presented to SBSC. That's one yellow card for each team so far. Sahid Conte was booked in the 53rd minute. Francisco Arroyo. Garcia. Sanchez finding Conte. Now Sanchez again lifted over the crossbar. So Santa Barbara creating the opportunities much like they were in the first half. Tristano hasn't had to make as many saves in this second half as Spellman did back in the first 40 minutes. And we will have a replay coming shortly. 68th minute now. Here's Matthew Flax. McAuliffe. Garcia. Here's Arroyo. Back to Pungrad. Santa Barbara looking for the right gaps to exploit. Will they find a goal that cements their spot at the top of the Pool A standings and potentially eliminates Dix Hills Elite? Timothy Hyduke. Uribe. Deflected out by Kaczynski. Santa Barbara have an attacking throw-in. Dominic Casciato issuing last-minute instructions as we take a look at a replay. It was a one-touch back heel from Sahid Conte. Brandon Sanchez was looking for the upper right corner. Would have had Tristano beaten, but couldn't keep the ball below the crossbar. Plenty of chances from both sides in this second half. And DeStefano, who very nearly picked up a yellow card earlier this second half, but was not disciplined to that extent. He commits the foul. Santa Barbara will have an attacking free kick. Now inside the final 10 minutes, or coming up on the final 10 minutes. Again, because Chicago Magic Pre-Academy lead 2-0 over Sunrise Elite, they have 5 goals scored and a goal difference of 0. If Dix Hills Elite were to lose 1-0, they would also have a goal difference of 0, but they would have 2 goals scored. Set across in the box, directed wide by Timothy Hyduke. And right now, a stoppage in play for a substitution. We're going to see one switch from both teams each. Richie Mastrangelo making his first appearance of the match. He is in for Devin Smith in the 71st minute. And Tanner Meese in for the first time today for Santa Barbara. He will replace number 8, Dennis Cole. So the co-leading scorer for Santa Barbara SC White, his afternoon is done. As is Peter Cargbo. Here's the goal kick from Tristano inside the final 9 minutes of action here at Field 9 at the Maryland SoccerPlex. The 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships are presented by Wilson Trophy Company, the official awards, medals, and pin supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer. By the NSCAA, a proud partner of U.S. Youth Soccer, which is the official grassroots partner of MLS. A couple MLS teams in midseason friendly action last night, as many European teams beginning their preseason stateside. One of them, Manchester United, winning 7-0 over the Los Angeles Galaxy as Delgado forced to clear. He hasn't been very busy in the second half, but very nearly committed a huge error. Was the defender. And a free kick issued to DHE. Right now, a conversation going on with the referee and Richie Mastrangelo, who appears to be in a little bit of discomfort. Noticeable limp to his stride, but he is walking under his own power. Casciato issuing instructions to McAuliffe in the meantime. Still no score here in the 74th minute. The 8 games yesterday and Tuesday, there was always a winner in all 8 of the games. Will this be the first draw here at Field 9? Casey Barone turns it over to Giovanni Acosta. Alvarez to Arroyo. Garcia, Arroyo in the box, finding Conte, cleared out by DiStefano, and anywhere will do for DHE at this point in the game. Alvarez again. Knees. Into the middle of the box. Arroyo. Getting a pass from Garcia, slides it through. Me shot, right at Tristano, and the rebound is in. Tanner Meese has scored in the 75th minute, and that might be the goal that eliminates Dix Hill's Elite. Santa Barbara leads 1-0. Garcia threaded the ball to Francisco Arroyo. And after being denied once by Tristano, Tanner Meese finds the net. And Santa Barbara has now taken a 1-0 lead off a 75th minute goal from Tanner Meese. And here's a foul and a yellow card coming. As we take a look at the goal, Tanner Meese denied once by goalkeeper Tristano, but not the second time, as a yellow card has been issued to Richie Mastrangelo in the 76th minute now. Again, last I checked, Chicago Magic Pre-Academy was leading 2-0. And with Santa Barbara SC Now leading 1-0. Cross into the box. Cleared out by Uribe. So Dix Hills Elite need to find a goal. And Brian Finger will come on in place of Brandon Sanchez in the 77th minute. Again, the live standings as of this now, Santa Barbara SC would have 9 points. Dix Hills Elite would have 4 points. Chicago Magic Pre-Academy would have 4 points. But because Chicago Magic Pre-Academy and Dix Hills are both at 0 in goal difference, the tiebreaker will come down to number of goals scored. Chicago has 5. Dix Hills only has 2. So Dix Hills needs a goal in the remaining 3 minutes. Mies, the hero for Santa Barbara White. Cross into the box. Beyond Delgado. Headed out. And right now the referee calling for a trainer. You have to wonder if this injury to Delgado, who remains down on the ground, how much time will be added on. We have 2.5 minutes before injury time. As we take a look at the play here, here's Manis' cross. Delgado was able to get the punch to push the ball out of bounds, but collided in the process with Richie Mastrangelo. And Delgado still being tended to. Again, just to repeat for those of you just joining us, Santa Barbara SC taking the lead in the 75th minute from Tanner Mies. After being on the offensive attack for most of the first half, it was a bit more evenly matched in the second half. But right now, Shea Blackman is about to come on in place of Sahid Conte. Conte will exit the game after picking up a yellow card in the 53rd minute. Again, based on the halftime reading, the Magic led 2-0. Right now they have a goal difference of even with 5 goals scored. Dix Hills Elite right now have a goal difference of even with 2 goals scored. So the New York club needs a goal here. Managed the long throw in. Mastrangelo, wide left. Goal kick awarded. We're now in the 80th minute. A reminder that while accurate, our clock is unofficial. Only the 4 officials on the pitch have the official reading of the time. But by our projections, we are in the final minute of normal time, and we're about to see the ruling for injury time added on. It will be 3 minutes. Dix Hills have 3 minutes to conjure up a goal and save their quest for a national championship. And a misclearance by Sharap Pungrad. He's able to recover and clear back to Edward Delgado. And Raul Ibarra will be pleased as long as Santa Barbara keeps possession. We're now in the first minute of 3 stoppage time minutes. The Chicago Magic have won their match against Sunrise Elite. That match is over. We still have about 2 minutes and change to play in injury time here. Santa Barbara leads 1-0 on a 75th minute goal from Tanner Mies. We will get those projections confirmed to you on the USU Soccer website, but as it stands right now, Santa Barbara and Chicago Magic Pre-Academy will be in the U16 boys semifinals. Dix Hills has 2 minutes to find an equalizer and change that second entry. as we have an injured player on Santa Barbara. It's Shea Blackman. Took a shot in the head, and now the referee is asking Blackman, who's indicating he wants to continue. Ibarra instructing his forward to get back on the field as quickly as he can. Here's a free kick for Dix Hills. We are over halfway through stoppage time. And now the referee will instruct Benjamin Garcia to kick the ball back in sportsmanship to Joseph Tristano. He was the hero in injury time against Chicago Magic Pre-Academy. He will have to get forward for Dix Hills. Final minute of added time. Mastrangelo. Manis caught from behind by Blackman, and a free kick. Dix Hills bench wanting Tristano to join the attack. Manis crosses the box, headed goal wide. Wide of the post, and that just might be that. Again, Chicago Magic have won their game against Sunrise Elite. We have the score yet to be determined. But as of right now, it appears Santa Barbara and Chicago Magic will be in the semifinals, unless Dix Hills can find an equalizer. We are past the 3 minutes initially allotted for injury time. The referee not looking at his watch yet. Now he has. And that's the whistle. Tanner Meese in the 75th minute scores the goal that guarantees Santa Barbara's place at the top of Pool A. And in all likelihood, Dix Hills Elite have lost. Chicago Magic will advance to the semifinals. An astonishing end to Pool A play in the U16 Youth Soccer National Championships here in Field 9 at the Maryland SoccerPlex in Germantown, Maryland. That will do it for this presentation of Turbo Sports Group. A reminder coming up at the top of the hour, 10 a.m. Eastern, Pool B in the U16 tournament between Houstonians FC Red and Baltimore Celtic. For the entire TSG production crew and for U.S. Youth Soccer, I'm Matt Digby. Thank you for watching this presentation of the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. Final score, Dix Hills Elite 0, Santa Barbara SC White 1. Welcome to the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships, live from the Maryland SoccerPlex in Germantown, Maryland, on the TSG Network. This matchup features two teams from the U16 Boys Pool B, featuring Houstonians FC 98 Red from Houston, Texas, and Baltimore Celtic 97-98 from Baltimore, Maryland. The 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships are brought to you by the National Guard, the official armed forces branch of U.S. Youth Soccer and presenting sponsor of the National Championships. By Nike, the official supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer. Capri Sun, the official ready-to-drink juice of U.S. Youth Soccer. Turbo Sports Group, the official video streaming production company of the National Championships. You can order and purchase any broadcast from this year's event by logging on to turbosportsgroup.com. By Happy Family, the official on-the-go superfood of U.S. Youth Soccer. Kohl's, the official department store of U.S. Youth Soccer. By Liberty Mutual Insurance. Nestle Nesquik, the official post-game drink of Youth Soccer. By Skills, the official player performance training sponsor. Sports Authority, the official sporting goods retailer. Wilson Trophy Company, the official awards, medals, and pin supplier. And the NSCAA is a proud partner of U.S. Youth Soccer, which is the official grassroots partner of MLS. In case you are sticking around to hear the official results from Pool A, if you're a Dix Hills fan, I have good news for you. Dix Hills Elite is through to the semifinals, even though they lost 1-0, because the match that was going on simultaneously, Chicago Magic Pre-Academy and Sunrise Elite, that match finished in favor of Chicago Magic 3-2. That meant both the Magic and Dix Hills Elite have 4 points. Dix Hills had a goal difference of 0. Chicago Magic had a difference of -1. But right now, this is a Pool B matchup between Baltimore Celtic and Houstonians FC Red. Baltimore Celtic has 6 points from 2 games played. They've won both of their 2 games. On Tuesday, they defeated Ohio Premier Eagles Green 4-1. And yesterday, they defeated FC Golden State Platinum 2-1. Houstonians, meanwhile, are eliminated from advancing. They lost on Tuesday 3-1 to Golden State Platinum and 5-0 to OP Eagles Green. So even if Houstonians were to win today and get to 3 points, the fact that OP Eagles Green and Golden State Platinum are now playing each other means one of those teams will gain at least 1 point. That will mean that today is the final game at these national championships for Houstonians FC 98 Red. Baltimore Celtic has already clinched a spot in the semifinals. These next 80 minutes will determine where they finish in the group and who they will play. Will they face either Santa Barbara SC White or Dix Hills Elite? If they avoid defeat, they will top the group. Baltimore Celtic will. And they would go on to face the second place team from Group A, Dix Hills Elite, on Saturday. Coming to you live from Field 9 at the Maryland SoccerPlex. Game 2 of 4 on the day. Game 10 of 16, planned for the week. Celtic in white, going right to left on your screen, will kick off. Standing at the center circle is Gavin Boyer. As we get set for this final group match in Pool B, Celtic in white kicking off, Houston in red with the white sleeves, and we are underway here at Field 9 at the Maryland SoccerPlex. Game 2 of 4 on the day. Game 10 of 16 of the week. This is Colin Wayant. Back to Boyer. Piruz Bahar. Raffaele Mazzone. And delivery intended for Akinas Akinlasotu goes by Tunde. That's according to Celtic head coach Brandon Quaranta. Here's Wayant. Boyer getting possession back in the attacking half. Getting around Brian Luna. Mazzone. Celtic having the heavy majority of possession to start this game. Charles Thorne sends the ball forward from center back. Quentin Valiente. Akin Lesotho waits in the box, as does Nicholas Brown. Christopher DiMartino. His pass intercepted by Houstonians FC Red. Thorne quickly wins it back for Celtic. Brown. Inside the left edge of the box. Cuts it back. Out comes goalkeeper Giancarlo Ianeghi. But Valiente could not keep his shot down. And after possession for nearly all of the opening 2 minutes, Celtic nearly had it pay off with the goal. Very pleasant conditions here at the Maryland SoccerPlex. Cloudy in the 70s. No rain so far, although we did have plenty overnight, which significantly cooled down the temperature after we encountered triple digits yesterday. So no one will be complaining about the more pleasant conditions. Again, Houstonians FC Red, 2 losses in their first 2 matches. This is their last game at the National Championships, regardless of the result. Baltimore Celtic are guaranteed a spot in the semifinals, having won their first 2 games, and if they avoid defeat here, they will be the winners of Pool B. They will face Dix Hills Elite in the semifinals. If they do lose, then depending on the result of the game going on simultaneously between Ohio Premier Eagles Green and Golden State Platinum, someone from that game will advance to the semifinals. And depending on the winning margin, if Baltimore Celtic were to lose today, there is a chance that Celtic will be drawn up against Pool A winners Santa Barbara White. Here's Christian Arias for Houstonians FC Red. He was bobbled somewhat by Dakota Herrick, but he's able to recover. Herrick starting and goal in place of Carson Hunt. Brandon Quaranta saying there were a couple changes to be made, putting in some of the reserves now that Celtic are already guaranteed a spot in the last 4. U16 matchup here, so the halves will go 40 minutes. Coming up later this afternoon, a pair of U17 boys matchups. They will go 45-minute halves. Colin Wayant taking the throw in. Boyer. Piruz Bahar. Here's Boyer again taking a shot. Always wide to the right of goal. Giancarlo Ianeghi to take the goal kick. So Gavin Boyer and Baltimore Celtic enjoying the possession and the attacking opportunities here in the opening 5 minutes. Not able to capitalize on any of the opportunities, however. Houstonians did have an opportunity themselves, but it was quickly covered up by Dakota Herrick. A long free kick into the box. David Tehran. Long ball forward, intended for Carlos Valdez, knocked out by Christopher Wolf. Clearance from the Celtic center back. Playing very close to home here in coming from Baltimore all the way to Germantown. And the home support has surely played a part in their 2 wins earlier this week over OP Eagles Green and Golden State Platinum. Cross into the box is headed out. Elmer Nunez was in pursuit, lost out possession. This is Valiente forward, deflected out by Gustavo Granados. Arias. Daniel Sanchez. Tehran will clear back to Ayanegi. Long throw in by Wayant. Boyer. Now Bahar. Mazzone. Wayant. Brian Luna winning the ball back for Houstonians, quickly turning it over. Back to Celtic. Boyer, so active in these opening 8 minutes in midfield. One touch pass from Mazzone. Out on the wing, this is Wayant, also very active at left back. Lining up a shot. Directed it over Brian Luna's head, and Ayanegi punches the ball out of bounds. It was curling away from the near post, but Ayanegi's not to know that. And Celtic have a 9th minute corner. Delivery into the box. Punched out wildly by Ayanegi. Lost control. Relying on a Houstonians defender to clear the ball only as far as Mazzone, who's crossed back into the box, is deflected out. And it's a corner at the other end of the field. It's Gavin Boyer to take the set piece. Boyer drives it low, cleared out by Carlos Valdez. Toward Giovanni Sanchez at striker. And out for another Celtic throw-in. Celtic with the majority of opportunities. Like we saw in the first game with Santa Barbara White against Dix Hills Elite. Santa Barbara needed 75 minutes to finally beat reserve goalkeeper Joseph Tristano. Will Baltimore Celtic need to wait that long if they score at all today. A draw will do as far as Celtics desire to finish top of the group and set up a match with Dix Hills Elite, who lost today but are in the semifinals anyway, because although Chicago Magic won their final game, they failed to make up the goal difference against DHE. Magic finished group play with a -1 goal difference and 4 points. DHE have 4 points and a goal difference of 0. Scored 2, conceded 2. Chicago Magic had a goal difference of -1, scored 6, conceded 7. Akid Losotu. Bahar unable to control, or Mazzone, excuse me, unable to control with the chest. Wolf. Sanchez. Here's David Turan. Pass intercepted by Colin Wayant. Running inside the box, getting in between two Houstonian defenders. Shot right at Ayadegu, who makes the save. As Boyer goes down with an injury. Slow to get up, but does so under his own power. Houstonians get possession right back. Boyer with a little push in the back of Brian Luna. Wayant, now Mazzone. Brown. Wayant. Headed away from an attacker by Gustavo Granados. Valiente. Crossed into the box, did not come before the ball crossed over the end line. Ayadegi quickly takes the goal kick. Houstonians able to keep the ball in play. Bahar. Akil Lesotu. Brown. DeMartino. Back to Mazzone. Pass down the right wing intended for Valiente. Deflected out, last touch by Matthew Alvarenga. So Valiente wins a throw-in for Baltimore Celtic, 97-98. In white, going right to left across your screen. They defeated OP Eagles Green 4-1 on Tuesday and Golden State Platinum 2-1 on Wednesday. So they are guaranteed a spot in the quarterfinals with 6 points from 2 matches. And if they avoid a loss here, they will top the group. A draw will do. Tehran clearing towards Elmer Nunez. Here's an interception for Houstonians. One-on-one with Mazzone. Forward intended for Brian Luna. In pursuit is Christopher Wolf, who will collect the ball for a Baltimore Celtic throw-in. The 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships are sponsored by Capri Sun, the official ready-to-drink juice of U.S. Youth Soccer, and by Turbo Sports Group, the official video streaming production company of the National Championships. You can order and purchase any broadcast from this year's event by logging on to turbosportsgroup.com. And you saw in the lower left-hand corner, Turbo spelled Tourbeau. As you see there in the background, the other U16 boys Pool B match going on simultaneously between Ohio Premier Eagles Green and FC Golden State Platinum. One of those two will join Baltimore Celtic in the Final Four of the U16 boys competition. Which of those two will be decided in the next hour or so. Houstonians has already been eliminated, having lost both of their first two matches. And even if they win today, they will not be able to catch up to whoever wins the OP Golden State game. Even if that match isn't a draw, both teams would have 4 points. And as of right now, if the game over at Field 8 does finish in a draw, OP Eagles Green would have the advantage with a goal difference of +2. Golden State Platinum would have a difference of +1. Brian Luna. Cleared by DiMartino. Christian Arias. No substitutions yet from either club in the 18th minute now. Instructions from the two head coaches, Brandon Quaranta from Baltimore and Juan Zapata from Houstonians. Contact there between Sanchez and Akinla Sotu. Celtic wins the ball back. Bazode tackled from behind by Sanchez. And a free kick awarded to Baltimore Celtic. Wayan crosses to the other side of the field. DiMartino. Bahar loses possession. This is Giovanni Sanchez. Nunez and Valdez in pursuit. Sanchez passes back to a midfielder. Brian Luna finding Nunez. Intercepted by Nicholas Brown. Granados. Cross intended for Carlos Valdez. Taken on one bounce by Celtic keeper Dakota Herrick. Charles Thorne. Wayant In towards Tunde Akinlasotu. Cleared out by Houstonians to Sanchez.
Giovanni Sanchez.
Tehran. And a foul results in a free kick, 21st minute. Sun's starting to peek out through the clouds here at the Maryland SoccerPlex in Germantown. It's been cloudy most of the day. Strong chance of showers, but we have not seen any during any of the 3 days here. Tuesday we were projected showers in the late afternoon. Never saw any. As a cross into the box intended for Brown will fall past the end line. Arias lets the ball roll out for a goal kick. We had thunderstorms forecast for yesterday, and we did see precipitation overnight, but not during the day. No games having to be postponed or moved back an hour or so. All the games have kicked off and been completed on time. "22nd minute now. Again, 40-minute halves. Tunde Akinlasotu. Boyer. Now Bahar. That engine noise you hear is one of the official carts being driven past our field microphones. Here's Bahar to Mazzone. Piruz Bahar. Wayant will take the throw in after a tackle to push the ball out of bounds from Carlos Valdez. There's Raffaele Mazzone from Baltimore Celtic. Falls to Thorne. Here's a pass intended for Nunez, intercepted wisely by Colin Wayant. Coming up to the right back slot. Throw into Houstonians, and we will see the first substitutions of the match in the 25th minute. Alejandro Reyes for Houstonians red. Coming on for Daniel Sanchez and Miguel Manzano, number 15. Is also set to enter shortly. Manzano on for Elmer Nunez. Houstonians And Baltimore Celtic scoreless through 25 minutes here at the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. Tehran. Granados turns it over to Mazzone. Brown nearly lost his balance. Shields off Arias. Out of the wing, this is Mazzone again. Giovanni Sanchez turns it over to Christopher DiMartino. Cross and forward by Charles Thorne towards Nicholas Brown. He'll collect it onside on the left wing, and an important intervention from Carlos Valdez in the 27th minute. Here's a third substitution in the match for Houstonians red. It's Alex Calderon, number 25, in for Giovanni Sanchez. He's in a one-on-one situation with Mazzone, who chips it forward towards Gavin Boyer. Goal kick, HFC. No substitutions yet, with nearly a half hour gone for Baltimore Celtic. Brandon Quaranta happy to keep his starting 11 for this match out on the field of play. And the pass for Boyer, called back because of an infraction. I believe offside would be the call. Wayant. Bahar. Thorne back to Colin Wayant. Here's Akil Losotu. And apologies in advance for any technical difficulties we may have throughout this broadcast. Although the conditions are much more pleasant than they were yesterday, we want to stress that no person and no thing is immune from the elements. Mazzone. Wayant sending a cross in. Easy collection for Giancarlo Ianeghi. In the 30th minute of the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. Wolf will let the ball fall to Dakota Herrick. Mazzone. Celtic have been very persistent in creating attacking opportunities so far this opening half hour. As we are now inside the final 10 minutes of the first half. Through ball will roll out to the end line for a Houstonians goal kick. The 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships brought to you by the following sponsors. By Happy Family, the official on-the-go superfood. By Kohl's, the official department store of U.S. Youth Soccer. And by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Live from the Maryland SoccerPlex in Germantown, Maryland. Matt Digby here bringing you this Pool B match in U16 boys tournament play. Game 2 of 4 on the day. Game 10 of 16 on the week. Erwin Regulus now on as a substitute, number 70, during that last stoppage of play. And here's his first touch of the ball. Gets around Wayant into attacking territory. Tried a through ball for Calderon. Smartly cleared by Wolf. And a free kick awarded to Baltimore Celtic off a foul suffered on Gavin Boyer. Colin Wayant. Free kick to Akinless. And a foul on the play. Wayant's free kick traveled all the way into the box to meet the head of Nicholas Brown, but a collision with Giancarlo Ianegui rules out the goal. So we remain scoreless now in the 33rd minute as Houstonians coming back at the other end. Across, finding Calderon. A touch too strong. And Herrick recollects. Cross toward Calderon again. And the second time, Wolf intervenes. Houstonians maintaining possession. Another ball intended for Calderon. Baltimore Celtic doing very well at both ends of the field, even if they have no goals to show for it on offense. And a foul on Chris. No foul on DeMartino. Ball simply traveled out of bounds. Gustavo Granados will take the throw in. Well, all of the previous 9 games here at Field 9 have had a winner and a loser. No draws in 9 games of action. Here's Regules, goes down, loses possession to Mazzone. Boyer, forward down the left wing for Brown, cleared out by Tehran, and a Celtic throw-in. Again, no substitutions this first half so far for Brandon Quaranta. His club has already qualified for the semifinals. They can afford to rest some players. Bahar, off-balance shot, collected by Ianegui. Free kick awarded to DiMartino. Back to Mazzone inside the final 5 minutes of the first half. Thorne. To Brown, back to Boyer. Here's Akinas Akinlosotu. Goes by Tunde. Through ball finds Mazzone inside the box. Gets a shot cleared away by the Houstonians defense in a collision between Mazzone and Gustavo Granados. Granados on his back now after that important clearance that prevented Mazzone from potentially opening the scoring. Interception by Calderon, turns it back over to DiMartino. Wayant. Brown. Falls to Mazzone. Cross intended for Quentin Valiente, who's been very quiet down that left-hand side. And Akin Lesotho, a foul from behind on Alexis Segura, the left back. Free kick awarded to Houstonians. Arias cleared out by Wayant. Here's Calderon. And a through ball finding Christian Arias. Gets across into the box. Across the face of goal. Out for a Celtic goal kick. In the 39th minute. Here's a look at the replay again. Arias finding space down the right wing. Looked like he could have afforded to take another touch before taking a shot on goal. It looked like he may have panicked under the oncoming pressure from Charles Thorne. And Celtic brings the ball forward now. Final minute of regulation stoppage time. Fourth official right now consulting with the coaches. Looks like there's going to be 1 minute of added time. Want to confirm that while accurate, our clock is not official. But according to what the fourth official has been saying to both Juan Zapata and Brandon Quaranta, we have about a minute of additional stoppage time. Yes, that's confirmed. In the 40th minute. Cleared out by Piruz Bahar. Brown. Now over on the right wing after spending much of the game at left midfield. Akid Losotu, one of the goal scorers for Baltimore in their first 2 games. Keegan Kelly leads the team with 2 goals, but he is being rested for this match, and that will do it for the opening half of play. No score between Houstonians FC 98 Red and Baltimore Celtic 97-98, but a couple of good chances on both sides of the field. But a shutout right now for each goalkeeper. And as it stands, Baltimore Celtic would be group winners if they hold on to avoid defeat here in Pool A at the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. Pool B, excuse me. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, live uninterrupted coverage of the second half. This is the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships on the TSG Network. Houstonians 0, Baltimore Celtic 0. Welcome back to the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships, live on the Turbo Sports Group Network, presented by the National Guard, the official armed forces branch of U.S. Youth Soccer, and presenting sponsor of the National Championships. No score as we get set to begin the second half between Houstonians FC 98 Red and Baltimore Celtic 97-98. Celtic have already won both their first two group matches, so they are automatically in the U16 semifinals. If they avoid defeat here, they are guaranteed to win Pool B. If they do lose here, then depending on how the other U16 Pool B match finishes between Ohio Premier Eagles Green and Golden State Platinum, there is a possibility that Celtic would finish second in the group and play Santa Barbara White. But as things stand right now, Celtic on track to finish with 7 points and take on Dix Hills Elite in the semifinals. And if you joined us earlier this morning, Dix Hills Elite losing their final group match 1-0 to Santa Barbara White. But because Chicago Magic Pre-Academy won their game 3-2 over Sunrise Elite, the Magic were not able to make up the necessary goal difference needed to overtake Dix Hills for second place. DAG finishing on 4 points with a goal difference of even. Magic on 4 points with a goal difference of -1. Here's Raffaele Mazzone. DiMartino. Mazzone looking for Sean Clark, a halftime substitution. Too far for Clark to control, collected by Ayadegi. Carlos Valdez losing possession. Down goes Mazzone, wins a free kick for Celtic. No further discipline. Only 2 yellow cards issued in that Santa Barbara Dix Hills match. None so far between Houstonians and Celtic. And no red cards issued here at Field 9 all tournament long. DiMartino. Back to Boyer. A missed kick from Matthew Alvarenga. And Boyer will take a near side corner kick for Celtic in the 42nd minute. Boyer, very active in the first half, particularly in the opening minutes when Celtic had plenty of opportunities to score. Boyer's corner, headed up by Wolf. Cleared out by the Houstonians defense. Wolf heads it back in towards the box. Houstonians lost both their first 2 matches, so their national championship quest will end in a little less than 38 minutes. But a chance to get a point or all 3 still awaits them. Houstonians lost their first 2 games, 3-1 to Golden State Platinum and 5-0 to Ohio Premier Eagles Green, while Celtic beat Eagles 4-1 and Golden State 2-1. Grant Robinson, another halftime substitution from Brandon Quaranta, getting some action. Here's Wolf, finding Tunde Akin Lesotho. Off balance cross into the box, not able to reach Quentin Valiente, collected by Ayanegi, who by far has been the busier of the 2 goalkeepers. Granados. Alejandro Reyes loses out to Boyer. Now Houstonians, they had some opportunities themselves in the first half. Valdez gives the ball away. Here's Colin Wayant. Valiente. Running down the sideline. And a clean tackle from Matthew Alvarenga with Gustavo Granados also running back in defense. There you see Matthew Alvarenga with that tackle to force Celtic to settle for a corner, taken by Gavin Boyer now in the 46th minute. It's Boyer. Headed back across the 6-yard box. Boyer, Wolf a one-time shot. Not a whole lot of power. Looked more like it was set up for a pass, easily collected by Ayanegi. Intercepted by Robinson. Akin Lesotho. Correction, actually that's number 12, Charles Pulliam III. He's got one goal to his name at these national championships. Mazzone to Boyer. Through ball intended for Valiente, cleared by Alvarenga. Again, coming up at the top of the hour. Well, actually, it's still 10 a.m. here on the East Coast. Coming up at noon Eastern, I should say. U17 boys pool action finishes on this Thursday with FC Dallas Youth Premier taking on Fullerton Rangers White in Pool A. And in Pool B of the U17 boys competition, Manhattan PSG and Golden State White. PSG coming off a 6-1 win over Cup Gold. Featured 2 goals each from 3 players, including birthday boy John Sebastian Goycochea. Now it's the day after his birthday. Does he have any more goals left in group play before a potential semifinal date? Because it is still very possible, depending on how the results go, that PSG, even with that 6-1 win and 4 points through 2 games, would miss out on the last 4. But that will all be decided continuing throughout the day here on the TSG Network. Pulliam getting in between 2 defenders. Now in between 2 again. Pulliam getting separation, takes a shot. Save from point-blank range from Giancarlo Ayanegi. Brilliant movement from Charles Pulliam III to cut in between first Reyes and Daniel Sanchez, and then Granados and Daniel Sanchez, before being denied by the Houstonians keeper. Actually, it was Tehran and Alvarenga who created some interference on that last opportunity. As a shot beyond an extended hand of Ayanegi, cleared off the line. Back to Pulliam. Good sliding tackle from Christian Arias. Mazzone. intercepted. David Turan lets the ball roll out of bounds for a Houstonians goal kick in the 49th minute. No score in this final group match of U16 Pool B. Segura trying to win the ball back was Sean Clark. Infraction and a substitution coming in the 50th minute. It will be number 15, Miguel Manzano. So Manzano, who was in for an appearance back in the first half, will replace Gustavo Granados. Juan Zapata going for more of an attacking formation. Houstonians trying to salvage at least 1 point from these national championships, if not 3. They will be headed back to Texas after this match. Maybe not today, but they will not be advancing to Saturday's semifinals. Throw in to be taken by Grant Robinson. Michael DeShields, who also has a goal to his name. Grand total is 6 goals in 2 matches for Baltimore Celtic. 2 from Keegan Kelly, who's being rested today for the semifinal match. 1 each from Tunde Akinlasotu, Charles Pulliam, Michael DeShields, and Sean Clark. Goal kick to Houstonians, who have only scored 1 goal, conceded 8. A lone goal scorer for them, Giovanni Sanchez, against Golden State Platinum on Tuesday. 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships are presented to you by the National Guard, the official armed forces branch of U.S. Youth Soccer, and presenting sponsor of the National Championships. By Nestle Nesquik, the official post-game drink of U.S. Youth Soccer. And by Nike, the official supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer. Field 9 at the Maryland SoccerPlex in Germantown. Matt Digby here bringing you U16 Boys Pool B action. Houstonians FC from Houston and Baltimore Celtic from Baltimore. There's Quentin Valiente from Celtic in their whites with green numbers going right to left. Houstonians in red with white sleeves. Here's Giovanni Sanchez, lifts the ball over goalkeeper Dakota Herrick. His first action of the second half, but Gio Sanchez unable to keep the ball down. And a goal kick awarded to the white-clad club from Baltimore. Here's a look at the replay. Sanchez able to direct it past DiMartino and over Dakota Herrick, but got a little too much height on that ball, unable to keep it low. And Celtic dodge a bullet. Alvarenga. Arias heads the ball forward. Sean Clark clears toward Pulliam. Almost lost his balance, maintaining possession. Past Reyes, now past Tehran. Cuts back to Clark. Boyer. Through ball intended for Clark, collected by Ayadegi. Boyer giving possession away to Houstonians. Long ball intended for Giovanni Sanchez. Headed back to Valdez. Here's Sanchez in the 55th minute. Crossing the box. Headed out by Clark. Turned back in, deflected wide. Here's Herrick with the goal kick in place of regular goalkeeper Carson Hunt, who allowed 2 goals. Right now, Herrick keeping a shutout through 56 minutes. Clark. Here's Alvarenga. Sanchez. Losing possession and getting it back is Robinson. And a long clearance headed toward the box. And a free kick awarded to Baltimore Celtic. So again, Celtic, as it stands right now, if they hold on to this scoreless draw, they would move to 7 points, guarantee themselves as winners of Group B. They will take on Dix Hills Elite in the semifinals on Saturday. And the second semifinal slot from Pool B is still to be determined. A match going on simultaneously, you see in the background, between Ohio Premier Eagles Green and Golden State Platinum. Whoever wins will join Celtic in the last 4. And if there's a draw, the advantage would go to Ohio Premier, who has a goal difference of +2. Golden State Platinum would have a goal difference of +1. But that's only if it's a draw. If someone wins, that team moves forward. Chip shot from Charles Pulliam. And a substitution for Baltimore Celtic. Nicholas Brown comes back into the game. He started, but then was on the bench for the second half. He replaces Gavin Boyer. Very instrumental in midfield today for Celtic, even if it hasn't paid off with a goal. Long throw from Houstonians towards Sanchez. Lost out to Wolf. To Shields. To Robinson. Long ball intended for Valiente down the right sideline. Valiente unable to keep the ball in play. Some contact from behind. And it is a free kick awarded. Andrew Hopkins, number 23, judged to have pushed Miguel Manzano from behind. Houstonians have earned themselves a free kick in the 60th minute. So a chance for HFC to get a goal, open the scoring. The 9 matches we played here the last 3 days, none of them have finished in draws. We've had a winner in every single one. It's Miguel Manzano standing over the ball from about 21 yards out. It's Manzano. Got it over the wall and over the crossbar as well. '61st minute now. The USU Soccer National Championships are brought to you by the following sponsors. By Skills, the official player performance training sponsor of US Youth Soccer. And by Sports Authority, the official sporting goods retailer. No yellow cards in this match. We have not seen a draw here, as I mentioned earlier at Field 9. We've not seen a red card either. Here's Pulliam. Clearance intercepted by DiMartino. Houstonians sending it forward. Just under 20 minutes to play regulation time. Again, U16 boys play 40-minute halves. Coming up this afternoon, a pair of U17 boys matches. Those will be 45-minute halves. Here's Miguel Manzano. Sliding it through for Carlos Valdez. Shot was always curling wide away from the far post. Houstonians have not been on the back foot all match long. They have had their offensive opportunities. You just saw an effort from Carlos Valdez. Here's the through ball from Manzano getting around Wolf, and a one-touch from Carlos Valdez. Could that have given Houstonians the lead? Elmer Nunez. Wins the ball back, commits a foul on Michael DeShields. Celtic possession again. Pulliam to Clark. Intercepted by HFC. DeShields called into action to clear. One-on-one with Gio Sanchez. And Celtic have earned themselves a goal kick in the 64th minute. Well, tomorrow is an off day here at the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships, but on Saturday, there will be 2 games in the morning. We hope you join us for both. There are 2 semifinals at 8 a.m. The U17 girls matchup. It will be the winner of Group A against the runner-up from Group B. And then at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the U14 boys semifinal. That is also a 1A versus 2B matchup. And then 2 national championship games on Sunday, July 27th. U14 boys at 8 a.m. Eastern Time and U18 girls at 9:40 a.m. Eastern Time. Again, that's the rest of this week here on the TSG Network, as Brandon Quaranta will be making a triple substitution soon for Baltimore Celtic. Returning to the action will be number 10, Tunde Akinlasotu, number 11, Colin Wayant, and number 22, Charles Thorne. So 3 original starters who were out for the opening minutes of the second half are now back in play. DiMartino, Mazzone, and Wolf are the players replaced. Just over a quarter of an hour remaining on a very comfortable, cool 70-degree Thursday here in Germantown. Very nice compared to the triple digits we had yesterday, to the point where 3 of the 4 games, there was a water break in the middle of each half, a designated water break, just like what you probably witnessed multiple times during the FIFA World Cup in Brazil, especially if you watch the U.S.-Portugal match in Manaus. We had that exact same occurrence here. None so far today. And based on the forecast for the rest of the day, really no need to. Shouldn't be hotter than 80 degrees. Maybe a little bit of showers. The clouds have started to slowly dissipate here as the morning has gone on. Of course, forecast called for rain on Tuesday. We didn't see any. Wednesday forecast called for some rain. We did see some late in the evening and overnight. But come game time, nothing but dry weather. Here's Colin Wayant taking the free kick for Celtic. Driven into the box, and a collision between Giancarlo Ayadegi and a Celtic attacker. That would be Grant Robinson. Actually, Michael DeShields, excuse me, number 3. And Ayadegi will take this ensuing free kick in the 67th minute. Akinlasotu, Pulliam. Akinlasotu again driving a shot. Spilled by Ayadegi, but able to cover up in time. No score here again if it holds for the next 13 minutes and change. We will see our first draw of the week here at Field 9 at the Maryland SoccerPlex in Germantown. Also, Celtic will be guaranteed first place in Pool A with 7 points after winning both their opening group matches on Tuesday and on Wednesday. As it stands right now, there is a possibility Celtic could finish last in the group, or second in the group, excuse me. They are guaranteed the semifinal spot, so they can't finish last. But they can finish second if they lose, and whoever wins the OP Eagles Green Golden State Platinum match makes up the necessary goal difference. Coming into this game, OP Eagles Green were at +2 on goal difference. Golden State Platinum was +1. As a shot crossed in from Valiente, collected by Ayadegi, Celtic right now are at +4. That's including this current result at 0-0. Juan Zapata is going to the bench for a substitution shortly for HFC. Number 23, Brandon Salazar, will come on for the first time this morning. And we will also see a return for number 70, Erwin Regulus, who provided some energy in midfield at the end of the first half, but HFC unable to capitalize on any of their chances. Sean Clark towards Akin Lesotho. Looking for space, wanted to set up a teammate. Essentially passed it straight to a Houstonians defender. Alvarenga to Manzano. Giovanni Sanchez. Cross into the box. Headed out momentarily by Thorne. Clark across midfield for Akin Lesotho. Important intervening touch there from the Houstonians defender. The 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships are brought to you by the Wilson Trophy Company, the official awards, medals, and pin supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer, by the NSCAA, which is a proud partner of U.S. Youth Soccer, which is the official grassroots partner of MLS. Regulus and Salazar now on the pitch after the double substitution in the 71st minute. Inside the final 10 minutes of pool play here in Pool B in the U16 bracket. Clark. Strong touch. Taken on a bounce to Ayanegi. Here's Pulliam. Couldn't get the final touch from Akin Lesotho. Would have been his second goal of the tournament. Pulliam against the run of play, got a breakaway, sent the ball past a diving Ayanegi, but unable to apply the final touch was Akin Lesotho, who was about a step behind the ball. Otherwise, Celtic would be celebrating. And a long-range shot, parried initially by Ayanegi. Quick throw out to the left back, Tehran. As FC Dallas Youth Premier have arrived at the field, awaiting their matchup with Fullerton Rangers White. That will begin at the top of the hour at 12 noon. Right now, just shy of 11:30 on the East Coast. That's 10:30 a.m. for those of you watching in Houston. I have 11:25 a.m. by my clock here. Pulliam tries another through ball, this time for Nicholas Brown. Again, it falls to Ayanegi. Here's Pulliam again. Pulliam. Intercepted by HFC. Alejandro Reyes. And right now, the referee going to have a conversation. Looks like an injured Houstonians player. It's David Teran, who has been an outstanding back, always being in the right place at the right time for Houstonians FC, able to sniff out any potential attacks on that side for Baltimore Celtic, as they have been unable to beat Giancarlo Ianegui. And Ianegui signaling to Juan Zapata to make a substitution. Head coach obliges and will bring on Eric Garcia, as Teran now up and walking under his own power, being met by an assistant coach before shortly heading off to the bench. The Maryland SoccerPlex in Germantown, about 20 miles, I should say, northwest of Washington, D.C. It could be a 20-minute drive, depending on what time of day you make the trek up the highway. '76 minute now, inside the final 5 minutes of regulation time, and it looks like a goal has been scored in the additional game in Pool B between OP Eagles Green and Golden State Platinum. We hope to get that confirmed to you shortly. If not, you can still log on to usyouthsoccer.org, where all the results and the semifinal standings will be posted. But as it stands right now, the winner of that match over on Field 8 will be second in Pool B. Here at Field 9, Celtic, unless they lose and do not have a superior goal difference, unless that happens, Celtic will win the group. And right now, they are set to do so with 7 points, as they will earn 1 should they hang on to this tie. Well, we nearly had a scoreless draw in our opening match this morning. It was the 75th minute that Santa Barbara found the net against Dix Hills Elite. Houstonians and Celtic are scoreless through 77 minutes. Again, the winner of Pool B will play the runner-up of Pool A. That would be Dix Hills Elite. The runner-up of Pool B would play Santa Barbara White. Both those games on Saturday. Here's Erwin Regulus. Goes down to the box off contact from Charles Thorne. No penalty called. Here's Sean Clark. Cut toward the middle of the field towards Akin Lesotho. Getting away from 2 midfielders, but not a Houstonians defender. Free kick awarded to Celtic. Looking for a goal to maintain their perfect streak. They've gotten 3 points from each of their first 2 matches. Can they get 3 more here with a goal in the dying minutes? Hopkins will take the Celtic attacking throw-in. Clark to Akin Lesotho. Inside to Pulliam, off the chest of a Houstonians defender. There wasn't a plea for a handball call. It was inside the area. Now Brandon Salazar. One-touch passing with Regules, and Salazar called offside. Through ball to Kin Lesotho. Cutting inside the box. Around the defender. Out comes Ayanegi, who has been by far the player of the match with his athletic maneuvering around the field. Able to keep a shutout through 79 and a half minutes. We're about to see the signal for stoppage time shortly. 2 minutes. Currently in the 80th minute. Again, only the referee has the official say on where the timing is at. Our clock, while accurate, is unofficial. And we have just entered the first of those 2 minutes of stoppage time. So Houstonians FC, barring a goal from Celtic in the final minutes of the match, they will head back with 1 point from 3 matches. They did lose 3-1 to Golden State Platinum and 5-0 to Ohio Premier Eagles Green. As a Kin Lesotho looking for an opening. Ayanegi again coming out to collect and clear for HFC. Houstonians will finish with 1 goal scored, 8 goals conceded, and 1 point. While Baltimore Celtic will continue their quest here in Germantown. As Salazar draws contact from Dakota Herrick. Free kick awarded on the outside edge of the box. And Houstonians have an opportunity not just for a point, but for 3. Actually, no foul called. And a goal kick given, which Herrick quickly takes. Meanwhile, Baltimore Celtic has officially won Pool B. There's the final whistle. A scoreless draw between Baltimore Celtic and Houstonians FC. HFC finished with 1 point from 3 matches. Baltimore Celtic will finish with 2 wins, a draw, with 6 goals scored and 7 points. They advance to Saturday semifinals. They will take on Dix Hills Elite in the U16 Boys National Semifinals here at the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. And that will do it for the 10 o'clock game here on the TSG Network. A reminder, 2 more games to come your way, including at the top of the hour, about some 25 minutes from now, FC Dallas Youth Premier and Fullerton Rangers White. That is a U17 Boys Pool A match. It will go 45-minute halves. And we hope you join us for that. Now for the entire TSG production crew and for the folks at U.S. Soccer, I'm Matt Digby. Thank you for viewing this presentation of the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships presented by the National Guard. Final score, Houstonians FC 0, Baltimore Celtic 0.